I was popping everybody. Welcome to another video. Today is Tuesday, October 4th. I'm bringing out another trade recap, another video. More lessons, more blessings, more everything. So today I have taken 3 losses. I am down $1,200 in a day per count. And I'm going to break down what I did right, what I did wrong. I took 3 losses and 2 break-evens. Today is very frustrating, and I'm going to explain to y'all why a little bit later on. But yeah, today was not the best day for me. Today definitely hurt. I'll say a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, my chest hurting right now a little bit. But we live to straight another day. So first of all, coming into the day, look at the daily. We are rejecting from the daily opening or the weekly opening gap from last week. Price also. Let me turn my thing on right quick so I can see right quick. Price also was reject. Oh wait, it's this one. Price was also reacting out of standard deviation of Asia's dealing range, as y'all can see right there. We're reacting out of it perfectly. So initially, I'm looking for longs. However, when I'm looking at my longs, what do I want to see? I look London high. London high is resting right here, relative equal highs, low resistance liquidity, all that good stuff. However, the only thing about this was that we had an SMT with YM. YM had already taken London high. YM had already traded above here. So I'm like, okay, do I really want to see that? I'm going to wait and stay patient and see. So what do we get off of market open? Market open, we have a manipulation higher, and we sell off. As we get this sell off, I'm thinking, okay, we probably want London low. We might be going to resweep this low before continuing back higher. So that's now what I'm looking for. We have a very good bearish reaction out of this 5-minute. As y'all can see here, I did not take this initial first short, which I hesitated on. I'm not even gonna lie, I hesitated to pull the trigger, and y'all can see I kind of paid that price right here. I ended up missing out on this pretty nice move. I did not take this initial short. However, I would have probably gotten stopped regardless, just because of the fact that I was initially targeting London low. So this probably wouldn't have played out for me anyway. But I didn't take this. I didn't take this. I did not take this. Just something about it. I just didn't want to take it that early into market open. So I waited for this. Essentially, I told the group, I said, once we get this 5-minute inversion plus change in the state, we get a close beneath this blue box here, I'm entering. However, at the time of the close, as y'all can see, price was pretty low. Price came pretty low, so I wanted to wait to see a pullback tap into the change in the state, see price get a reaction from there, and then I'll take my short. And now, what did we get? We initially got this tap right here. We initially got this tap. We got this 15-second change in the state plus the 15-second inversion for a value gap, and this was my first entry short, and this is where I took my first loss. I entered short right here with my stop above this 15-second candle, and as y'all can see, instant stop out from there. Now, with this trade, we put in an SMT at this internal low. There was an SMT put in here, and I should have went break even. I should have at least mitigated my risk a little bit, and I didn't. I recognized the SMT like right as I was getting stopped out, so I was like, damn, that was kind of tragic. But I'm not. That's not like a bad setup to me. I don't think it's a great one, but it's not a bad one. So I'm like, okay. We had tapped the 5-minute change in the state. We got the inversion. We got everything I wanted to see. So I was like, all right, I'm not that mad at it. So from there, second trade ended up coming slightly after. Once we ended up pulling back into this 3-minute here and having a really nice bearish reaction, we pulled back to the 3-minute. And as y'all can see here, we got the same exact thing, another change in delivery with the V-shaped recovery, generated liquidity resting beneath us, still the same low as a target. Standard deviation projection also aligns right with that. So I take the same exact short. Stop was like right here, targeting the same thing. And as y'all can see, another instant stop out. Price kind of sat there and hesitated for a second. Now from here, I'm like, all right, it's looking like we're not going to do that. YM was starting to really pick up in bullish momentum. YM was trading like up here at this point. So I'm like, all right, YM's probably going to pull us higher. I am going to look to probably take a long now. I switch my buy. So once we got this 1-minute change in delivery right here, I ended up taking a long right around this area, and I got break even stop. I got break even stop because ES took out these external highs here. And when ES did that, let me find where it was, because I wasn't profit set at first. Oh, it was like around here. When ES did that, I just went break even because my entry was like here. So when ES went up and took that high, I was like, all right, let me just go break even just to be safe. And we ended up pulling back. Now, I would have been stopped out because I want to say my stop was beneath this candle. Especially as we're starting to pump higher, I was trailing my stops. I would have been stopped out regardless. So I'm not that mad at that. I went break even, and then this is the trade that like really hurt my soul because This is exactly what I wanted to see. This trade was everything that I really wanted from this morning, and I ended up messing it up, and I'm gonna show y'all why. So once we got this 30-second or this 15-second, we pull back into this 3 minute. We had an SMT with ES here. Let me make it look cleaner. We pull back into the 3 minute. There was an SMT at this low with ES. We still had all of the low resistance liquidity. We had an unfilled hourly gap slightly above us as well. All of this stuff is what I want to see. We have a dotted line. I'm gonna show. This red dotted line is like my main target because it's slightly above the hourly gap. Now guess what happens? So I enter long. My first half of my position is right there. Where's my thing at? First half of my position, enter right here because I did not want to enter full size because I was already down on the day. And so I'm kind of just waiting to see. So first half of my position, yes, enter right there. Once we get a close above this second 15-second gap, which was here, this is where I entered the last half of my position. I trailed my stop to this low. Now, once we ended up taking this initial swing high, I went break even. I went break even. Now, was this the smart? My fill was actually not that tight. My fill was like here. So I went break even. Was that the smartest thing to do? In hindsight, obviously, I'm gonna say no. I think that we were in the macro time. 950 was opening up, and I wanted to really see a straight move. I did not want to see price show any type of resistance after sweeping that high. I wanted to see straight bodies through it, and we hesitated. So I went break even, and as y'all can see, I got wicked out. And price ran to my target. Now this trade would have made all my losses back, plus put me back up on the day. So it was very frustrating watching this trade leave me. Now I didn't enter this trying to chase it or anything like that. I just let it play out. And so after seeing that, I was very frustrated getting break even twice. That was definitely my fault. I do not think that I probably should have went break even right there. I could have left my stop loss where it was. Honestly, it was beneath the order block, beneath everything else. I didn't even need to do that. So this trade ended up costing me my green day. That slight decision right there costing me a lot of money. So very tragic, very, very annoying. I'll show you how close London High was. So London High was here. I still wanted to see runners through there because overall on the hourly time frame, I figured that unfilled hourly gap is to get tapped because we are coming out of an hourly bullish PD array. So that's kind of what I was basing it off of. So this trade had a very, very good risk to reward, and I did not manage it properly. So 100% my fault, which is why I'm kind of frustrated. Very mad at myself for that. And then my last trade came here where I also got I got stopped on this one like very, very slightly to the tick as well, which is I'm just like, yeah, it's over with for me today. I'm done. So the last trade I took came right here. Once we got this placement, we got this change in the state right here. This was where I entered on this candle. We had the change in the state and SMT at the highs. We had an unfilled gap beneath us, and we also had the daily opening gap as well. So initially, this was my play, wanting to see this right here. Once we got the change in the state, we got the inversion, SMT, respecting standard deviation of this entire range's leg. I did not look to see no crazy risk reward. I really just wanted to get a quick something to make me feel a little bit better. This is still an A+ setup. And as y'all can see, once we kind of got some more displacement, once we got this displacement right here, we ended up coming down, sweeping this internal low. I trailed my stop literally right here. And so that was kind of my fault. I feel like it was just a weird day today. My decisions were not the best. I was not on it. And I have nobody to blame but myself. I'll just say that this was another trade that should have been a winner that I made a loser. So that's two trades that happened today like that where they should have been winners that I turned to losers. So definitely need to reevaluate. Definitely gonna hit the journal and just look at this later on when I'm not so like antsy about it. Not even antsy, but I'm just not just mad at myself right now. Cause I'm definitely mad at myself, and I think I need to look at this with a level head and really just try to come at it later. So that being said, though, I'm gonna leave it right here. I appreciate everybody for watching. I hope y'all can learn from my pain and my mistakes. I hope y'all are able to take something from this, and I appreciate you for watching this far. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. I have a free Discord in my bio. Please join that up. We're growing at a great rate. You know, we're having more and more members every day, and I'm super excited and super happy to help you guys out. So, yeah, I appreciate you for watching. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Have a blessed rest of y'all day. Peace out.